incredible miracle just happened to me. So what is the definition of a miracle? By definition, something that is seemingly unexplainable. While I may not be able to explain what just happened to me as a miracle, I do want to just express and acknowledge the gratitude that I'm feeling flowing in my heart right now about such an incredible thing that I just experienced. And I figured I'd, ground in the energy here in the beautiful nature space that surrounds where I live at for now. Beautiful nature space. So yeah, I'm just gonna take you with me through the forest here and keep talking. So I'll go ahead and switch the camera view. I guess I don't really know how to do that. I'll just flip the camera around and keep talking, and hopefully you can hear me just fine. So, all right. We're moving. Let's see, moving this way. Yeah, I think that should show you everything, right? Looks like you can see it okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, I felt something very strange inside my mouth, on the right side of it, like on the inside of my mouth, say like the bottom right side of my back wisdom tooth, the gums. I felt like something weird in there. And so when my tongue was touching it, it felt like this lump. So I'm like, okay, what is that? And then I looked in the mirror, opened my mouth and look into it, see what it is. And it's this lump. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what is this thing? And of course my mind goes to it could be all these things, like you're sick and you got to get it fixed and blah, blah, blah. And I just witnessed those thoughts. And I was like, okay. And then I felt it again. I was like, if there's some kind of infection or something in my mouth, then I honor that my body has created this pocket, the space where the infection is leaving an area and it's being worked on right now. My body has pooled all of this imbalance into a small little pocket, and that pocket is going to, be able to disperse and be let go of. So I just knew intuitively that my body was doing what it needed to do. And so I was like, okay, that's great, and I just trust. That's what I said. I trust my body, and I thank my body for being healthy and resilient and knowing what it needs to do. And if my body needs some help, if my body wants an herb, or if it gets to the point where I need to go see a specialist, to find out, what is this lump, I can take those steps as they appear. But at this point, I'm just going to trust. I'm just going to trust that my body knows what it's doing, and it's fully capable. And I love my body and I trust it. So that's where I left off with that. And then about 2 or 3 hours later, I just had the feeling to move my tongue into that space of the mouth again and just kind of feel into it. And I didn't feel anything. And so I was like, am I missing something here? What the heck? I totally just felt this pretty reasonably large, about the size of my pinky nail, lump, essentially just in the bottom right side of my mouth. I don't feel it anymore. So I went to go look in the mirror, open up my mouth and see it, and it's gone. It's completely gone. Not only is it gone, but there's no exit space where that lump would have ruptured, or whatever fluid was pooling inside of there, whatever infection was in that space. Because that's how I imagined it. I was like, oh, if it's a pool or a pocket of something, it's going to rupture and whatever, I'll have to sanitize the space and, put some silver water in my mouth, some salt water to whenever this ruptures. There's no rupture. There's no lump. There's nothing. So then I was, just tuning in, like, what does this mean? Yeah, because, like, really, what does that mean? That I just recognized that there was, like, an imbalance in the body. I recognize the thoughts come in of, what needs to be done, like this doing, what needs to be fixed. And then I let that doingness go, and then I sat back into my beingness and just acknowledged that my body knows exactly what it's doing. But if it needed help, if it needed some building blocks, some nutrition, whatever, or needed another, reflection outside of itself to reflect back, maybe an angle that was not able to be witnessed, then that would reveal itself when needed. And so because those were the processes within my being, just intuitively, naturally, that lump went away. Like, as if to say someone has like a tumor or something, and then like the Reiki person puts their hands on that tumor, and then they send their love there and their compassion and witness and the belief that, and the knowing that it's already taken care of. It's all good, and then that tumor in real time videotape begins to shrink, begins to dissipate, begins to completely dissolve and disappear. And so what I realized and recognized that I just experienced, in the last couple of hours is what is known as a miracle, but also what is known as quantum healing. And I just accessed this point within my being. So as a projector, as a human design projector, one who projects things into the vision space for other beings to pick up on in the field, with my experience, I'm projecting that out into reality. So quantum healing is accessible. It's always been accessible, but now it is in this now readily accessible to the beings who are able and open to receive and surrender to that access point of just the surrender and trust, and knowing that quantum healing is available. Trust your body, listen to your guidance system. If you need to add something outside of yourself, an herb, different tool, the body will let you know. Do you need more breath? Do you need more water? What do you need? Do you need to have someone come to help you because you snapped your wrist bone in half? Okay. Do the things that are needed per the specific unique situation. But just the sheer freedom and empowerment of being able to just truly tap into the beauty of the now moment and surrender. That's something that's very liberating and freeing. It doesn't involve money. It doesn't involve time. It doesn't really involve a witness. It doesn't involve any other people to get in there with you. It doesn't involve really the need for anything. Just really a surrender and an acceptance that, all that you need already exists, and it is. The totality of that and the power in that is so supreme. So yeah, just wanted to share these, beautiful streams of consciousness coming in, and yeah, why not? Why not film it and share what's possible in quantum healing? Or I wouldn't even say it's quantum healing. You could say it's quantum transforming, because to say that something needs to be healed is to already acknowledge that there's like this disease. And really just the disease would be perhaps like an imbalance. But is it really imbalanced? I feel like it's balanced exactly how it needs to be until the soul or the consciousness witnesses it and chooses of their own free will that they wish to push that or put that or make that into the balance that they feel is most in alignment within their own expression. So perhaps it is an alignment for a soul to have disease or some kind of imbalance within their being, because that's what feels the most resonant with that free will soul. And then for others, maybe it's not. Maybe it's, I really just need to feel blissed out and energized and happy and whole, and that's just what I want. It really just depends. It's all unique. Choose your own adventure, choose your own feeling, choose your own state of health, well-being. It's very choose your own adventure style when it comes to the access point of radiant health and being able to get there with immediate results without anything outside of yourself, and that recognition and acknowledgement that you are the medicine. And everything else is, of course, something to interact with, and a story and a journey, and that's great to be honored as well. But yeah, this is a space that's available, so inviting whomever this message reaches to join in that space if you're curious, and or to continue to maintain that space as it does amplify it for more versions of self to get to. So much gratitude to the other versions of self that are maintaining this space now, as I've joined into the space to add to that collective beautiful space that is now here in creation form to access. So much love. Mwah.